SB 8, a Texas law banning abortions in the state as early as 6 weeks or after a fetal heart rate has been detected, went into effect on September 1st, 2021. Now Texas women who are seeking an abortion after those landmarks have to consider other options, like traveling out of state. A viral tweet posted in April claims 45% of Texas women seeking abortions travel to Oklahoma. But is that true? Let's verify. Did 45% of Texas women who traveled out of state for an abortion go to Oklahoma? Our sources are a report by the Texas Policy Evaluation Project, Dr. Carrie White, principal investigator on the project, and the Guttmacher Institute. The team collected data from 7 states near Texas. The data show that in the 4 months after SB 8 was enacted into law, 5,600 Texas women traveled to one of those 7 states for an abortion. According to Dr. Carrie White, principal investigator at the Texas Policy Evaluation Project, Oklahoma received the most patients after SB 8 became law.
Almost half of the Texas residents that we collected information on from those 7 states did go to one of the 4 facilities in Oklahoma to get an abortion.
According to the report, the number of Texas women traveling out of state between September and December of 2021 was more than 10 times what it was in the same 4-month period in 2019, 2 years before SB 8 became law. The Guttmacher Institute, a sexual and reproductive health and rights advocacy organization, says some abortion providers in states bordering Texas reported a, quote, domino effect in which the influx of patients from Texas has decreased the availability of appointments for in-state residents, pushing some residents to travel out of state for care themselves, unquote. So in the 4 months after SB 8 was enacted into law in Texas, we can verify, yes, 45% of Texas women who traveled out of state for abortion services went to Oklahoma. But that number is likely to decrease following anti-abortion legislation that was recently passed in Oklahoma. On April 12th, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed a law that makes performing an abortion in the state illegal and punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And on Thursday morning, a bill passed by the Oklahoma House will outlaw abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The law will take effect as soon as it's signed by Governor Stitt. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.